Hey guys, how's it going? It's Baggins here. Today we're going to be playing some Paladins. I'm going to be doing a bit of commentary on a pip game that I played a couple days ago. The payload game type on the Outpost map, which is the only map for payload right now. We're in closed beta patch 15, so stuff in this video might change in the future, but right now I'm going to talk about what I think is strong on pip and how I play him. The premise of the build involves using the last three cards: Acid Cloud, Side Tanks, and Stickiness. These three cards combined have great synergy with each other. Basically what they're going to do is when you fire off your Explosive Flask, it's going to do like a damage over time field area of effect. Anybody that's in that area is going to get slowed, they're going to take damage, and the Side Tanks just means you can do it more and more often because it lowers the cooldown each point you put into it, starting at 3 seconds, going up to 6 question mark. So yeah, in the first two slots it's a mashup between Resilience and Shelter, and then I just pretty much always use Exit strategy in my rare slot. I think it's just great. When you within 3 seconds of getting out of combat, you're instantly regenerating health. It just gives you enough time to go between fight and fight and stay at full health. So I think this build that I'm using, the Acid Cloud build, is really good on the payload outpost, on the payload game type. It also worked fairly well on capture and siege. Just basically anywhere where the enemy is going to be standing together, it's going to do the work. Because if the enemy has to stand on a point and you've put damage on that point, then you know it's either they don't stand on the point or they take the damage. Either are fine for you winning the game. So we're going to line up our first shot with the Explosive Flask just coming through the door here. Typically you're going to get with a Fernando and a Buck, they're going to rush the point. As we can see they do, and immediately we drop out the Explosive Flask and just do tons of damage to them. We're getting flanked by a Sky, but that's no biggie. We get our healing potion, we get our sprint, we can just get out of there, let that extra strategy start ticking and regen the health. Fire another Explosive Flask there, reload, and just wait for it to come back up again. We pick off the Buck, and we take out the Ruckus, both thanks to the damage that initial Explosive Flask did. We're having a bit of trouble with Cassie behind the boxes here, but it's no worries. She's not getting to that point anytime soon, not with the Flask going out every 8 seconds. So we're going to toss a healing potion Grok's way to keep him up, so you can get that healing totem down there. Drop another Explosive Flask down as Ruckus and Fernando come through the point to do a ton of damage again. They get slowed as they're coming through, so they take more damage from the barrack turret on the left. It's just all rank goodness, frankly. Grok's having a bit of trouble with Buck, so we're going to go give him a hand. Drop down the ulti and the Explosive Flask. Do some more damage. We're in a bit of a bad spot now, but we got that healer potion, we got that sprint. We get pretty low, but we're going to make it out. Regen some health with that extra strategy again. Notice their shelter procced. Pretty much stopped us from dying since we got down to about 100 health there. So we're just going to take pot shots at the payload, waiting for Explosive Flask to come back up. And there we go. Pretty much they can't stand on the point now. Cassie's trying to do it, but as you can see, she just gets heavily punished for it. This is a great spot on the map, in my opinion, to run this build. If you can get them stuck under this tunnel, and you can keep throwing out that flask, they just have nowhere to run until they get to this stairway, which I'm standing in. So yeah, you can see that we take out the Ruckus with an auto attack. We're fighting off the Fernando. We're going to put another point into our Acid Cloud. We just want that thing doing as much damage as possible. The main two things you're going to be putting points in throughout the game is the Side Tanks and the Acid Cloud. You want it to do more damage and you want it to be up more often. The slow is nice, but it's not essential. So we're getting flanked by a Buck and a Sky, but we're not really too concerned about them. We got a barrack on the backlines taking care of them. The main thing you want to be doing with this build and with Pip on this game mode is just staying in the tunnel, staying on the objective, and stopping them pushing it with the Explosive Flask. Hopefully a team can deal with anybody that tries to flank you like a Sky or a Buck. So yeah, we're just locking down the point here, making sure they can't get any closer, throwing down the healing flask. We got our ulti up, so we're going to go in there and drop that down with the Explosive Flask. Ruckus popped his ult, and that saved them all there pretty much. It's 6 seconds of the shield. I can't remember how much health, but it's quite a bit. So we're just repositioning to get the better Explosive Flask off. Buck tries to stand in it and dies as a result. We're getting flanked by a Sky, but that's okay. We go down here, but it's okay. It seems like a team of... Well, actually, they haven't really got a lockdown very well at all. It's just flying ahead now. We're gonna hope that it doesn't hit the checkpoint. It's getting pretty close, but I think we're still in the game. We're in overtime, so it's a pretty dangerous point. We're gonna drop the explosive flask down, do massive damage to the enemy. Fernando's trying to stand in the point. He's taking a lot of damage. They got a Sky there. Dropping the healing potion, dropping the next flask, dropping an ult, just trying to keep them off the point as much as possible. We got 2 of them pretty low. Buck's coming in, but he's pretty much dead. Only the Fernando left. Once he goes down, that should be GG. We're gonna rush back in time, try and get another flask out just to be sure, but it looks like we're gonna make it. So yeah, we drop down that final flask, stop any enemies going onto the point. And there we go. That's the game. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Pip the Paladins game, featuring the Acid Cloud build. If you liked the video, you found it informational, you enjoyed it, then feel free to comment, subscribe, and if you want to see more, then let me know. Alright, goodbye. Alright, we should get out. That was good. Back it now, I'll save you. Oh god.
Oh god, no.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, Megan, I'll save you. And they're like,